From the personal artistic path of the composer Paolo Geminiani, out comes a triptych for 2 violins on the topic of the rewriting. It is a specific intertextual practice, which starts from and within the comparison between different pieces far away in space or time. One enlightens the other, bringing out a character or highlighting a difference. Rewriting can link together different musical worlds, can also be a way to rediscover unknown music, like the unpublished duos by the Italian philosopher Giovanni Piana.
The first piece is titled Metonymia, a figure of speech in which a concept is referred to by the name of something closely associated with that. The aim is to construct a musical form that incorporates some of Bach's fragments of Andante from Sonata No. 2 for violin solo, as part of the overall direction of the composition. The aim is to create a network of connections, reinterpreting some musical ideas of the Andante, for example, the two-part structure, the recurrence of voice articulation, the typically Baroque contrast between a no dynamic zone and a dynamic evolution. The first approach is to observe the trend of music pitches concerning the formal structure. Then it is possible to create a basic pattern for the construction of a new harmonic system. While the Andante is characterized by a constant rhythm, Geminiani keeps a rhythmic constancy within sections and chooses to highlight the contrast between the different sections. For example, the opening section keeps a fixed E open string, and it is characterized by a joint degree, specular to the ascending phase of the first section of the Andante. Moreover, another section keeps the same notes of the main keystone of the first 2 bars of the Andante, that is the pattern E, F, E, A, E. From the middle of the piece, the idea is to proceed parallel to Bach in an independent and separate way. Indeed, the second part of the composition is developed following 3 new principles: the free variety of musical figures and the absence of a metric rhythmic regular reference, the free and indirect relation with Bach's harmonic model, the reference to Bach's model mainly in terms of gestures. The last section, related to the Andante only from a formal point of view, introduces 3 main figures: a musical proposal, an intensifying evolution, a suspended conclusion. The last bars are like a mirror of the first part. It is a summary of the figures and gestures of major expression.
The second piece proposed, titled Allusions and Inferences, takes after the 6th Capriccio by Niccolò Paganini, a long and moving cantabile with a constant tremolo of the left hand that sustains the melody. Paganini is an explicit reference, but not the only one. There are also hidden allusions to Capriccio No. 23 by Antonio Pietro Locatelli and to Capriccio No. 7 by Camillo Sivori, respectively Paganini's model and Paganini's last pupil. The idea is to create an intertextual dialogue between the classic and romantic virtuosity and contemporary violin techniques. The slide shows some rewritings of Locatelli Capriccio. Another slide shows some rewritings of Sivori Capriccio. The explicit reference to Paganini is developed as a series of main transitions linked to Paganini experts. The slide shows the transitions in and out of Paganini's experts, played with an accompaniment of the second violin.
On the other hand, Restitutio Memoriae is inspired by a non-published short piece titled Dodecaphonic Duo, composed by Giovanni Piana in 2007. He is an Italian philosopher who died in 2019, which leaves us an important body of work in the fields of phenomenology, aesthetics, and philosophy of music. Original series used by Piana is reinterpreting sometimes freely, sometimes incompletely or repetitively. From a formal point of view, Restitutio Memoriae is divided into some short episodes, differently characterized and internally structured. Their succession outlines an overall formal path. From an instrumental point of view, the piece is built on the equal interaction between the two violins. A great variety of articulation, agogics, and dynamic is required in favor of very heartfelt expression. Moreover, there have been used extended techniques, different polyphonic or imitative typologies, accompanied monodic writings, the layering of bichords, single lines, both melodic, close or distant, gesture and articulatory lines.